Hey everyone, Justin Dark here of Twisted Dark Productions. This is a sack of these toy cars that all are supposed to be Twisted Metal characters. This is just a little sneak peek of what I'm about to show off. This is what I call the Twisted Sack. Has it really been 8 months since I made that video? Yep. 8 freaking months since I've made the Twisted Metal Hot Wheels collection vid. Can't believe that shit, man. Can't believe it. Anyways, hey everyone, Justin Dark here on Twisted Dark Productions. It's been a hot minute since I picked this camera up and recorded anything. My bad on that one, but like I said, I'm a busy guy, I do a lot of stuff, and I normally don't have time to film videos. I mostly do my work on the computer. But, like I said about 8 months ago in that video I made, which did surprisingly well for this channel, I'm here to kind of make a follow-up to that. Make a follow-up to the Twisted Metal Hot Wheels collection video, the toy car collection. As I've got some, I've gotten some new ones since I made that one. So I want to show you all today, just, you know, a follow-up to what I've been doing with these toy cars. I know I don't normally make videos about toy cars and die casting and all that, but it's something I do tend to, you know, do every so often, just, you know, as another side hobby passion project thing. And of course, you all know the story right now. These cars, some of them date from, like, you know, my childhood, like the early 2000s, the early 2010s, that sort of deal. At least 20 years worth of these cars. And some are new, some are older, and I found more recently in the storage room. So before I get into the meat and potatoes of this video, here's just a little case, a little Plano case I have. There's some cars in here that are not going to be included in the main thing I'm doing today. I may feature some of them in a later entry though, so don't worry. But here's just a little glimpse of, you know, some of these, you know, oddball cars. You know, these, this one's like a lowrider with, you know, convertible, green little muscle car right here. You know, just, I got a lot of toy cars, I've got a lot of die casts. This one, for some reason, radiates a very, very odd energy. Of course, it is from my childhood, but there's something about it that kind of, like, reminds me of my grandpa. I don't know. It's just this car, and I think he may have given it to me. I don't know. But it's a nice looking car, but it's not going to be featured, unfortunately, because it's not really a Twisted Metal car. And I've got another Plano case right here with just, you know, some other oddities. Yes, I got quite a bit of toy cars in my collection, you know, and some of these you've already seen. Like, this is the Twisted Metal 2 Roadkill. That's that little diesel tanker thing. School bus in there. Yeah. And of course, I remember last time I made that video, I said, I love that ice cream truck. I saw it when I first got here a few years ago, but now I can't find it. Well, I'll be happy to let you all know that I found it about like a few months ago after I made that video. So yeah, here's the blue interior ice cream truck, and this is the original one before I bought that red interior one. So I'm glad I found it. It was hidden somewhere, but I found it. Anyway, but this is not the meat and potatoes. This is just a kind of glimpse of what I have and what I might do in a future entry if I get more Twisted Metal cars. But this is not the meat and potatoes, this is not the meat, and this is not the potatoes. Clearly. Nope, the meat and potatoes sits under here underneath the fire starter and minion pictures I have. And right by the Biolante, we have today's entry for the Twisted Metal Hot Wheels collection. Yep. Some of these cars were not featured last time. You can see a little glimpse of what I got, and some of them have been updated since I last, you know, showed them. You know, they have had some updates as far as like new decals, new designs put on them, that sort of deal. So today I'm going to grab that tripod over there and I'm going to showcase every single one of these cars for the Twisted Metal Hot Wheels collection project I've had going on for a bit. And some of these are going to be pretty cool, some of these might disappoint you because they're not official characters, but rather creations of my own. And a good amount of them are. So anyway, let's pop this thing on the tripod and let's get started with the Twisted Metal Toy Car Collection follow-up. Okay, so first up in the collection follow-up video, we have, this one's pretty old. It was made a long time ago. This is a Twisted Metal Black version of Darkseid. I need to add a police car to the front to make it look more like Dollface's truck, but this is pretty much my version of Twisted Metal Black Dollface as a Hot Wheel. Or it's actually a Matchbox car, I believe. Yeah. It is a Peterbilt from 1981. And a long time ago, I colored this thing with a black Sharpie. So if you can see some yellow underneath, yes, it was originally yellow before I colored it a long time ago. Alright, next up we have a Twisted Metal 3 version of Minion. This is the Hot Wheels Invader tank thing that I showed last time, but I have a black one with blood on it. This one is green like the Minion from Twisted Metal 3. So this is Twisted Metal 3 Minion, which is the same color and same tank but a different color essentially. So this is Twisted Metal 3 Minion. Here, this one I got in the mail today. This one is one I've been wanting to have for a long time, you know, ever since I got back into the Twisted Metal thing at least, and I discovered what Pizza Boy's car was. Yeah, this is a blue Honda Civic, and it's supposed to be Pizza Boy. You know, it looks pretty nice. Now, I will say, for the record, this is not official. This is a custom Hot Wheel that I got off eBay for about 23 bucks. So obviously, I paid a bit of a pretty penny for it, but whatever. I got me a blue Honda Civic. This is Pizza Boy, because he's in it to win it. Pizza blade spin it. That's so corny, but I love it. Anyway, next up we have, okay, this one I also got in the mail today, but I had to decorate it. I had to customize it to make it look like who it's supposed to be. Can anyone guess who this is? Bugs. They can't be contained. They get everywhere. In the balls, in the bed, in the food. I can't catch them all. My wish is to trap the bugs so I can kill them all. Yeah, this is Goggle Eyes from Twisted Metal 4. See, it's actually a white Ford Econoline, I don't know how to pronounce that word. But it's a white van, and it has a no bug symbol on both sides. This one looks a little bit thicker than the other one, but that's okay. And of course, I hot glued a rubber cockroach to the top. And it looks pretty freaking cool if you ask me. It looks very accurate to Goggle Eyes and Twisted Metal 4. Next, we have the Joneses. Now, I know this isn't, you know, a green and brown station wagon with suitcases on top, but this is all I could really find as at the moment, you know. And I actually got this in a pack of cars, and I originally got that pack of cars for something else, and that was this black Mini Cooper for Club Kid. But that pack of cars also came with a station wagon. I'm like, you know what? These are the Joneses. So this is the Joneses, and of course, this is Club Kid. Now, I know I said I was going to put some smiley faces on it, and I did, but they just weren't working out for it, so I had to take them off. But this is a black Mini Cooper, and as soon as I get more smiley faces and better ones to put on here, I will put it in the next video of the Hot Wheels. But here's Club Kid, you know, pretty cool looking car. Last time I showed all the Twisted Metal 4 cars I had, I'm like, oh, I used to have a RC car, but it was like a gray car with like a Nerf bullet duct taped to it. Well, I kind of recreated that a few months back. Look at it. This is a white van, not a gray car, and it has a Nerf bullet duct taped to the top to beat a laser. This is RC car, and I'm like, wow, this is a lot better than the one I made years ago, that's for a fact. Because it is a white van, you know. It's not a gray car like when I was a kid I thought RC car was gray for some reason, but he's not gray, or it's not gray, it's white. And yeah, RC car. You've all already seen this one. I just included it with the other two I'm about to show, but here's mine once again from Twisted Metal Small Brawl. Not much I can add. I didn't paint it or anything, it's just mime. But since I showed you all mime, here is a more accurate version of Trapper from Twisted Metal Small Brawl. Now, last time I showed you Trapper, I actually used a car that's in a plane case right here. I'll grab it out real quick. I used this car last time as Trapper, but this is not the one I was supposed to show. What I was supposed to show was this one. It was a half track that I used for Trapper, which, you know, looks more like a battle version of Trapper, because in Twisted Metal Small Brawl, he was a World War I Army surplus truck. And I don't have that, but this one looks more accurate to me. So this is my new Trapper. This one is unfortunately not going to be Trapper anymore. It's just a plain old, you know, car. And this is Trapper. Now, last time I showed you all my version of Piecemeal, or my toy of Piecemeal, that I said came from like a Burger King or Wendy's car toy, I don't know. But I'm happy to say this one has received an update since you've all last seen it. You see the back right here? I put the green circle and I put the letter P on the back for Piecemeal. Looks a lot more accurate than it did before, because before that, this right here was actually an eyeball, not a green circle with a P in the middle. But here is Piecemeal. A new version, new updated version of Piecemeal. Now, here is everybody's favorite character from Twisted Metal Small Brawl. Here's Warthog from Twisted Metal Small Brawl, the little Jeep looking thing. Now, I know this isn't that accurate, but I mean, this is a good looking car to be an alternate version of Warthog for a fact, you know? Has a little machine gun in the back. When I was a kid, someone told me that was a camera. I'm like, is the government watching me through this little toy car? But now this is the Twisted Metal Small Brawl version of Warthog. And fun little fact, Warthog from Twisted Metal Small Brawl was intended to be Grasshopper, but they had to change it at the last minute. So that's why Warthog was he was a Doom Buggy as opposed to a Humvee. Now, you all saw this one briefly last time, and unfortunately I have to see it again, but this is 12 pack from Twisted Metal Lost. When I made that video last time, this is before I made the Severed Sam story. But now that the Severed Sam story has been completed, I feel more comfortable saying, you know what, this is 12 pack, you know, I know it's not as accurate, it's just an orange twin mill 3 with 12s on it. I mean, it's the best I got right now. I don't have, you know, the stock car, but whatever. Now, this one I ordered about a month or so ago. This is Goldtooth. Yes, this is a new version of Goldtooth that I wanted. Because I think last time I showed you all my toy cars, I want to say that I mentioned that the golden SUV that was sitting over there on the table was going to be temporary, and I was going to eventually get a good humor truck and spray paint it gold. Like that one right there is supposed to be 12 pack. This is just my temporary Goldtooth. I'm gonna get a good humor truck and I'm gonna spray paint it gold. Well, I'm happy to say that I got the good humor truck, but I didn't have to spray paint nothing. This is a golden van that would definitely come in handy for Goldtooth. I might try to make like a golden clown head to put on top, but this is pretty lit for Goldtooth. I mean, it looks like, when you compare it to the good humor truck, hold up, let me show you a little comparison real quick. When you compare it to the good humor truck, it looks very similar. Like, this is Sweet Tooth, and this is Goldtooth, you know? Pretty cool looking. Goldtooth is definitely an interesting character. Even though it was just a golden Sweet Tooth, I did think that the idea could work a little bit better. I do plan on making a story for Goldtooth and Twisted Metal Harbor City stories, so look forward to that. I mean, I got an idea for Goldtooth. Don't worry, I got all these ideas. Just gotta plan them out and make sure I do them right. So, Alright, last time you all saw this guy, you're seeing him again. This is Warthog from Twisted Metal Black. But last time I showed you him, the coat of paint was kind of like chipped up, and it still kind of is, but it's the windows are a little bit better than last time. I did eventually put the acetone on there and got rid of the excess, and it's not perfect by any means, but it's definitely a lot better than it was. But there are more chips that have shown up since I last showed you, but this is a pretty good, you know, representation of Warthog from Twisted Metal Black, even if it's just like, you know, some tank treads with a station wagon strapped to the top. Oh, wait a minute, that's what Cage drives. Yeah. Next up is, you've all seen this one too, but I'm going to show it again. I finally decided that this is going to be the Twisted Metal Harbor City / Twisted Metal Black Universe Twister. While the blue one is Twisted Metal 2. But this one is going to be Twister for Twisted Metal Black. Or Twisted Metal Harbor City, really. And speaking of Twister, I've got the car that I'm going to be making a character out of in Twisted Metal Apocalypse. If you all remember the Severed Sam story, the 12-pack story, whatever, there was a character feature named Malcolm Watts. Well, this is what he drives in Twisted Metal Apocalypse. My version of it, at least. This is a car that I like to call the Hurricane, or just Hurricane. This is Twister's brother. This is the brother of Mindy or Miranda Watts, whichever I plan on calling her, Malcolm Watts. He's a stock car racer, and he's got like this badass looking red thing. He got this red stock car that says Hurricane on the side. And I designed a new car for him that I didn't use in the original 12-pack story, but again, this was the early of Malcolm Watts. This is the final version. And I do plan on making a story for him, and he will be driving a car called Hurricane. So, that would be pretty cool. Alright. Next, Death Warrant from Twisted Metal 2012. Now, even though I've never played Twisted Metal 2012, I know about some of the cars in there. I know about Kamikaze, I know about Roadboat, I know about Slayer, who's not playable, unfortunately. I know about all the vehicles, I just never played the game. But this is Death Warrant. I would rather have this car be black than blue, but this is about as good as I can find. You know, it's a blue Mustang with white stripes, and I also have plans for Death Warrant in a future entry in my little motion comic series. In 2025, you'll all see that Death Warrant will be a feature. I mean, I haven't made any really art for it yet, but I have a surprise for Death Warrant. Don't worry, the driver is someone you already know of in the series. Here we are coming to the fan character territory. Now, this car is pretty old. I've had it for years. I don't remember when I got it, but it's an older car, and I remember what I named it. This car is a car called Marauder. Kind of like a barbarian, really. His name is Marauder. And he drives this orange, it's like a dark orange, I believe it's a Dodge Challenger. Cougar Eliminator. Mercury Cougar, okay. So it's a 69, it's a dark orange 69 Mercury Cougar. I almost thought it was a Dodge Challenger. What the hell was I thinking? But yeah, this is a Marauder, and that's all I can really say. I don't have really a story for him, but it's alright. Here is the best Twisted Metal character ever, Red Ambulance. Just like Old Pickup, the best character. Nah, for real, this is a Red Ambulance meant to look like the one that was gonna be featured in Twisted Metal Harbor City, the mission modes. I just thought I'd feature it because, you know, I think MK Monster Hawk or Centuri Productions has been requesting for me to make a story for the Red Ambulance from Twisted Metal Harbor City. And I eventually plan on doing that, but with my own twist, because this is my channel. I want this to be Meat Wagon from Twisted Metal Harbor City, 2012. So, Red Ambulance, if you're watching this, Centuri or whatever your name, I forgot your name, I'm sorry. If you're watching this, that's gonna be Meat Wagon, that Red Ambulance Meat Wagon. Here's a character that, was an idea given to me by this, goth person named Scotty Lewis. And this character is called Blackbird. And I know when I, illustrated Blackbird for, on my computer, it looked drastically different. But I don't have a toy car that looks like the illustration, so this is about as good as we can get for Blackbird. Alex Carver is like a magician guy, and you know, he's got like, you know, dark arts and stuff. He's kind of like Mr. Ash in a way, I guess. But this is Blackbird, and I can't say much more about him. You'll have to see his story whenever I make it, because I do plan on doing it since Scotty Lewis gave me that story. Thank you again, Scotty, for giving me the suggestion. Here is Phoenix. It's a, you know, it's a red funny car with, like, you know, the engine underneath, and it, you know, has the hydraulics in here. Has like an orange fiery Phoenix on the sides and the hood. Yep. There's not much to this car. I mean, it looks pretty nice for Twisted Metal. Yeah. This one is Moonlight. Now, I remember a long time ago. Okay, here's a little throwback story to kind of like get you all feeling like nostalgic, I guess. But when I was like 12 years old, I would actually take my Hot Wheels and I would do like an expanded Twisted Metal game. Like, oh, Moonlight's actually a character from my series Crackle the Hedgehog. Or, oh, this car is like Dry Bones. This is Mario. This is Petey Piranha. You know, that type of deal. And that's actually where Moonlight came from. But I do think Moonlight deserves a second chance as, you know, an original character. So this is Moonlight. You know, it's a pretty shiny little car. Not much to it. Here is I don't really have a name for it. I've considered like Attacula or like just vampire, but this is a vampire character because that's one thing that I think Twisted Metal kind of lacks but could use is a vampire character. I mean, we have a leprechaun but not a fucking vampire. Are you kidding me? So this is my vampire character. His name is, I'm gonna call him Attacula for right now, but it could change. It's just a purple vampire little car, you know. It's, you know, there's not much to that neither. Anyway, here's the next one. This one is a really old car I've had since my childhood as well. This one is what I like to call Archangel, and I possibly want to use this character for Twisted Metal Apocalypse. I mean, it kind of makes sense since I'm gonna have, you know, the biblical apocalypse and the world is like all red and stuff. So, of course, having an Archangel type character in the Twisted Metal universe, it wouldn't be off the table. I mean, come on. So this is the car that he would drive. You know, he's got, you know, an orange car. It's like an orange... What kind of car is this anyway? I can't really tell. Doesn't look like there's a label. So it just says Mattel on the bottom. But anyway, this is what Archangel would be. An orange car with like wings on it. This one, oh shit, I keep bumping that. This one is another original character, like the most of them down there are. This one is like to call Livewire. Livewire is, you know, would probably be driven by, I don't know, a robot or something. I don't know. But it's just, you know, a red Dodge Viper with black stripes, and you know, it looks pretty cool for Twisted Metal. It looks kind of like if you mix Crimson Fury with Spectre, and boom, you got Livewire. You know, it's a pretty neat looking car. This one, oh my god, this one is just kind of a joke in a way, but not really. So you all know that there's a character named Yellow Jacket, so I got this car, I'm like, this is Fire Ant. Yeah, this is Fire Ant. I don't know why I included it in here, but it does look pretty cool. I mean, it looks kind of like Firestarter in a way, though. It does look a little bit like Firestarter if he were, you know, mixed with like an ant person. I don't know, but this is Fire Ant. Not much to say about that. This is Evelyn. This is Evelyn from the TV show. Look, back when I made the original video, this was before the TV show had come out. So, you know, you can only imagine my reaction when I saw Evelyn get blown up in episode 8 with the Preacher. But this car looks a lot like Evelyn. I'm like, you know what? Even though Evelyn's technically, you know, not a character from the game, I mean, neither is Quiet. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to take this car and, like, this is going to be Evelyn. So, here we go. This is Evelyn from Twisted Metal, the TV show for 2023. Rest in peace, Evelyn. Rest in peace. Good car, good show, very emotional. Anyway, here we have another fan character I made. This is a character I like to call the Night Hag, which is based on the sleep paralysis demon / Grady Dark, who is a cut character from Twisted Metal 2. This is the Night Hag. It's like a, you know, old style hot rod with, you know, purple and flames, and it's supposed to be, you know, Grady Dark's original car instead of driving Darkseid. It's kind of like a mix of Mr. Zombie and Shadow, but I call it the Night Hag because the sleep paralysis demon. So yeah, I got Grady Dark her own car, and that's pretty cool. This one is yet another old one. It's another old character. Now, I don't think I want to use it in the modern time, but I might give him a chance. This one is called Orange Crush. Yes, this is... What are you doing, cat? This is Orange Crush. Now, this is an orange Dodge Challenger, I think. I'm not sure, but it's a pretty cool looking car. It kind of looks like Roadkill in a way, but not really. Cat, what are you doing to the RC track? Look at this damn kitten. Pathetic. You're pathetic. Whatever. Okay, so unfortunately my camera, the battery is about to die. So I'm gonna have to continue this video without my camcorder, without my tripod, but it's alright. Just gotta do this real quick and then I will edit it in my computer and all that. So let me finish off the collection video real quick and then I will close the video out. So the last 3 cars I was gonna show before I went to the boss characters. This one is called Purple Haze. Yes, just like Orange Crush, I got a Purple Haze, like the damn Jimi Hendrix song. I mean, it's a good looking car. It's a nice purple Dodge Charger, I think, maybe. I can't tell what some of these cars are, and some of them don't have labels, but this is Purple Haze, and that's all you need to know. Now this one, I don't have a name for, but I thought I'd share it. Because this one, much like that one that reminds me of my grandpa right there, that one right there, this one also kind of like radiates a weird energy. Like, I don't know, there's something about this car I just like so much. And it looks pretty cool. I mean, it's very old too. I mean, look at it. It's got like the old Hot Wheels symbol on the sides, and it's all rusty looking. But it looks pretty cool. I like it. Now here we have a car that I like to call a Sentinel. Sentinel's, another type of robotic kind of car. Kind of like with Livewire, but more purple and with some green on it. It's Sentinel's a pretty interesting name too. Kind of reminds me of X-Men in a way. But now that the main cars are out of the way, I want to showcase some of the bosses and some of the additional ones I haven't shown yet. So, down here, as you can see, couldn't edit has just laid a whole load of ATVs for people to fight. This is just a green station wagon thing, or a green RV. It's not the most fitting thing for Cousin Eddie, but it's good enough to me. So I used it for a Cousin Eddie as of right now. I could get a better one, but this is all I can do right now for Cousin Eddie, which is fine. Put you back over there with your ATV Squad. Here we have a train character that I like to call Armageddon. Yes, that's the name of it. Armageddon. Laugh at it. Whatever. So Armageddon is like a train driven by like a demon.
lizard thing or whatever, and it's a pretty interesting looking car. I mean, not car, train. I mean, Twisted Metal never had a train character to fight, so I'm like, you know, might as well. And right next to it is, of course, let me show you all, Juggernaut from Twisted Metal 2012. I didn't have this. I technically had it 8 months ago, but I didn't have this piece. Like, I had the front, but not the back. Or I think it was actually the back, but not the front. But eventually, I found it. So, I put them together, and boom, we got a Juggernaut right here. And that's all I can always say. The back does open up, but you have to, like... I can't even do it because I have the phone in my hand. But, yep, here's Juggernaut. Now... as far as like the Twisted Metal Sweet Tooth stuff and Dark Tooth, I actually put a clown head on the back of Dark Tooth's truck recently. Like, I put that clown head back there. So, and not only did I do that, but at one point I did put a clown head on top of Dark Tooth, but the motherfucker fell off. So I'm gonna have to re-glue it at some point, but don't worry, I do have a clown head made. You know, it's just, you know, it was a white styrofoam ball with a red cotton pom-pom ball, some hair from an old clown mask, and of course I drew the face on there. It's kind of crappy looking, but it was on top, but unfortunately I'm gonna have to, you know, reapply it at some point. Of course, we got the two Bluetooths. You know, we got the small Bluetooth, which this ice cream truck is very old too. I've had this since I was a kid. In fact, I had this before I had the white one. You imagine that, just having a blue Sweet Tooth and calling it Bluetooth. And of course, we have the other Bluetooth, the big Bluetooth, which is just, you know, a clown monster truck with, you know, a big blue clown face on the back and a red smiley ball on the front. It looks pretty cool for a Monster Jam, and I think it's one of my favorites next to that Chill Out right there, and of course the Dark Tooth I made. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the Twisted Metal Hot Wheels collection as of right now.
Yeah. So I'm Justin Dark. Thank you all so much for watching this little follow-up video of the Twisted Metal Hot Wheels collection. I know I'm not really, you know, that entertaining when I do these, but I do like to, you know, showcase some of the stuff, you know, I kind of like do that isn't the motion comics. So this is something I also like to do. And some of these cars are pretty neat, and some of them, you know, are like, you know, could be better. Hey, this goggle eyes looks pretty cool. I'll show you that again, man. Look at this. Nice little goggle eyes, the roach on top. Of course. All these cars, man, they're cool. Anyways, I'm Justin Dark from Twisted Art Productions. Thank you all so much for watching this follow-up video. I'll be sure to have the Twisted Metal Black Minion story made in sometime in March, presumably. Hopefully the world doesn't collapse before then, but hey, you never know, man. You never know. So if the world does collapse and AI is unusable, you know what I'll be. I'll be in this room with the Hot Wheels. Anyway, thank you all for watching this follow-up video, and I will do another Twisted Metal Hot Wheels collection update within the coming months. Thank you all, and have a great Twisted day. See y'all later.